Hey guys, today I want to talk about something I saw the other day in a video. It was quite interesting actually. And it was talking about not to tell people anything about your dreams because most people are not really qualified to talk about your dreams that you want to accomplish. And a lot of people, when they call me and they're telling me they're in the United States and they're telling me that their family isn't so kosher on them coming here to the Philippines or whatever, I tell them, are they really qualified to tell you what it's like over here? I mean, I'm not telling you that vloggers are qualified or I'm qualified to tell you. I'm telling you from my perspective that the Philippines is a decent place to come to. Is it perfect? As you know, if you watch my channel, it is not perfect. In fact, you're going to have the same issues that you have back home, but they're going to be different problems. But is it a better life for you? Probably. In some cases, it might be because, your life over here is certainly going to be different. It's not going to be without its challenges, okay? But when you tell your dreams to other people back home who aren't qualified to tell you, oh man, that place, that place is a hellhole. You don't want to go there. This is going to happen to you. That's going to happen to you. They're not even qualified because they've never lived over here, and it doesn't even matter what kind of dream it is that you have. Usually when you go to somebody and you start talking to them, they start immediately trying to talk you out of that dream. If you want to live on a boat or do van life, or you want to do something exciting, you want to hike the Appalachian Trail as a dream, there's always people there that are going to talk you out of it. Don't let people talk you out of your dreams because you're going to regret it later. Okay? You're going to regret it later. And as many dreams people have talked me out of, and then later on I says, I'm just going to do it. And it paid off for me to do it. I did a lot of things in my life that I always wanted to do. One of the things I want to do, and I've told this in the past, was I always wanted to sit on top of the old man in the mountain's head. And I did it. I went and did it, and later on, I was happy that I did it. And the reason why I was happy that I did it, because later on, I don't know if any of you guys know where the old man in the mountain is. It's in New Hampshire. And it fell. It was a natural rock formation that was up on top of a mountain. It was up about 3,000 feet high or something. I can't remember what the exact height was. I believe it was like 3,000 feet high. And it eventually fell into the valley. And it was kind of sad because it had been there for thousands and thousands of years, many millennia. And, and it just was there forever. So afterwards, I even felt more excited about the fact that I went up there and I climbed to the top of it and I sat on top of it and I found it. Because there was really not many trails going up there. There was these really kind of messy trails. They weren't really trails that were meant for the average hiker. They were kind of secret trails that they kind of kept away from you. So we kind of had to bushwhack our way up there to find the place, and then use an altitude thing to figure out where the altitude was, because I looked it up on a map where the exact altitude, where the top of the head was on the old man of the mountain. And we got up there and I took some pictures up there and it was awesome, And then I had another dream that I wanted to fulfill. That was climbing across from the old man of the mountain, and there was a place called the Pinnacle there, and I climbed up to the top of the Pinnacle, and we got up there and I was able to do that. And those are two dreams that people tried to talk me out of. And if you let people talk you out of those dreams, then I think you lose. You lose because later on you're going to regret that. And, I'm not telling everybody is fit to come over to the Philippines. At least you can give it a shot and try it, and then you can always go home and have that emergency money in reserve so you can go home if it's not working out for you. And for me, if I told you that it's worked out for me 100%, I'd be lying to you. Okay, I'd be lying to you. But has it worked out for me overall? Yes. It's not perfection over here. You're going to run into idiots. You're going to run into the usual jerks and stuff like that over here. Just like there is back home. You're going to run into the same thing. Don't think because you're moving from point A to point B that things are going to change over here. If they don't, you just trade those problems back home for new problems over here. But leave your problems home, and your dream is more likely to be successful. And I'm not sure everybody is able to do that. So some of the people bring their problems here and then they dump it on us over here. Don't be that guy. If you want to have a good dream and you want to have it be successful over here, leave the baggage back home. Try to keep the amount of friends that you have to a minimum over here. To be successful, don't have a lot of friends. As vloggers, we have a lot of people here, and we have a lot of issues with people here, too, because we have so many people in our little circle sometimes. And some of them like to cause problems for you because either they're jealous or they're just idiots, or they want to, be troublemakers or whatever. And over here, it's best to keep a low profile, both in your neighborhood when you move here, if you want to be successful, in your circle of friends. Just be friendly with the people who you know, love, and trust 100%. You're going to know in your heart who you can trust. And be careful who you trust. Don't let too many people into your trust circle. Only a select few. The more people you let into that circle, the more likely it is to have your dreams robbed from you. And even then, it might only be temporary, a temporary thing. Don't let everything that happens over here destroy you. Don't let people destroy you. You just sometimes gonna have to brush off your shoulder and say, you know what, next, I'm moving on. I'm not gonna let this person take me down. It's gonna happen. You're gonna run into people over here. You're gonna run into, girls you have problems with, expats you have problems with, people in your neighborhood you're gonna have problems with, your circle of friends you might have problems with. Don't let people rob you of your dream. And make sure you have enough money to be a success at your dream, and make sure you have enough of your retirement fund to be successful over here. You need a certain amount. I tell people $2,000 to $3,000 a month is a good place to be. It's a good amount to be successful over here, and bank some of that money. Put some of that money into an account and save it for your 70s, because your 70s are going to be more expensive over here than ever, because of the fact that you're going to need that money. You're going to need that money for your 70s because your insurance goes up. Have a successful dream. Make it. You really have to write down things. I talk about my whiteboard. You want to be successful? Write down everything you need for coming over here, and what you're going to need when you first get here, and make sure you have all that stuff when you come here. It might take you 4 years. It took me 4 years of getting everything in order, because I had a lot of things. I had gotten kind of kicked in the gonads a little bit, when I started planning on this thing. And I didn't think I was going to make it over here, to be honest with you. And to be successful, it took me working 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, all kinds of overtime, saving, being frugal, not eating out all the time. Eating out, I would treat myself every morning to a breakfast burrito or an Egg McMuffin every morning with a hash brown and a drink. And that was it. That was all I had every morning, and then I would buy fruits, vegetables, and stuff, and I would usually buy a school lunch, believe it or not, because I worked at a school. I would have a school lunch, and then I would have, in the afternoon, either I would eat somewhere, eat out, I'd have a sub or a salad or whatever, or I'd eat at home, but I was always trying to save money. I was trying to be frugal. That's part of planning on coming over here, to live your dream. I have so many people call me, and they're always trying to, get all the information. And that's a good sign that I'm getting these people to call for information, because I want these people to be successful. I really sincerely want people to be successful. But, if there's one thing you can do, get that whiteboard. That's the best advice I can give anybody out there, is to get that whiteboard, get rolling on your dream, and make sure you don't go to people that are going to give you the wrong advice. You want to get good advice? Talk to somebody that's been over here before. Talk to Filipinos. Talk to people and study people online. Look at some of the online vloggers. There's good vloggers and there's bad vloggers. I have 1,400 vlogs on here now. And if you go way back in my stuff, you'll find a lot of key information back there that will help you a lot. And I really implore you guys, if you're planning on coming to the Philippines, go back through my old videos, because there's lots of little nuggets in there. And every once in a while, I recircle and I do something new. And I'm going to start doing that real soon again. Probably this coming week, I'm going to start going back to my old stuff and throwing out new stuff for all you new guys out there. Because I want you guys to be successful. I want to see you guys successful. So keep on watching the channel, guys. Be aware. Don't let people talk you out of your dream. Be a successful expat. Be a successful dreamer. Everybody wants to fulfill their dreams. If your dream is to be an expat, be an expat. You know, if it's moving to the Philippines, if it's moving to Belize or someplace, make sure you're watching the right people. Make sure you're watching channels to learn everything you can about things. Look up the country. Try to see if they have retirement programs, all that stuff. It's important for you to learn all the things that you need to learn to go live in that country. Visa rules, visa laws, visas, all that stuff. What you need to do to get the visas, how much it's going to cost, how much do I have to save, how much, all that. Everything has to be considered. But don't let people talk you out of it, because they're not qualified to tell you whether it's a good idea or not, usually. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.